Hello, today I'm going to be keeping off where we last started with trigonometry part 2. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about some problems that we can use sine to solve. The first problem we have is that triangle ABC has an angle of x, where x is equal to pi over 3 and side BC is equal to 30 over 3. So that means that we can just use 30 over multiplied by 3. So that's equal to BC. So that means we can just label that as 30 and multiply that by square root of 3 and we get 30 multiplied by 3. Now let's do this in a different color. Let's do red for the angle. So the angle is pi over 3, which we know is going to be 60 degrees because pi is equal to 180 degrees. So therefore pi divided by 3, so that's equal to 180 divided by 3, which is equal to 60 degrees. So that would equal to 60 degrees. And we need to find side AC. So this side right here. So what we can do is we can get the sine's ratio. So sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So that means that 30 multiplied by square root of 3 is over AC, because AC is the hypotenuse. And that's equal to sine of x, which we already know is sine of 60. What is sine of 60? So we can use this as a normal calculator to figure out what sine of 60 is. So sine of 60 is equal to 0.85. So we can do 0.87 because I wanted to round that up. And then that would equal to 30 multiplied by the square root of 3 divided by AC. And we can simplify this even further by isolating AC, and we can get 30. Okay? And so we get 30. Now we can divide that by 0.87. So what is that? So let's see. So the square root of 3 is equal to 1.73. So 1.73 multiplied by 30 is equal to 51.96. Divide that by 0.87 and we get 59.73. And we can just round this up to 60 because we want to get the largest integer. And that's how we figure out the side of AC. So the side of AC is equal to 60. Also, you may notice that this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle, because if this is 60 and this is a 90-degree angle and this is 30, then that means BC is equal to 30 multiplied by square root of 3. And we know that anything that's multiplied by square root of 3 is equal to the longest leg of the triangle. So that means the shortest leg is equal to 30 according to our proportions. So here we can see that this is equal to 30 and this would equal to 60, because we know that the hypotenuse is always 2 times as large as the shortest leg in a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So that's very simple. We could have used that way to do it too. So you see how this is actually really super useful. Okay, so let's do another technique and another problem as well. Let's do this problem. So triangle ABC has an angle of x, where pi over 4 and side AC is equal to 30 degrees. And now we have to find BC. So let's label it. That's like we did last time. So this is pi over 4. So if pi is equal to 180 degrees, pi divided by 4 would equal to 45 degrees. So this is 45 degrees. And side AC, so the hypotenuse is equal to 30. Okay. So now we need to find BC. So this, let's turn this into a sine ratio. So sine of 45, because that's what x is equal to, so 30 is the hypotenuse over, so BC, which is our opposite side, so we can find BC. So we have to write BC right here. So now all we need to do is find sine of 45. So sine of 45 right now is 0.70701. Okay, so that would equal to square root of 2 over 2. So that's the sine of 45. We learned that in the last episode that the sine of 45 is going to be equal to the square root of 2 divided by 2. And you should have memorized that. So BC over 30. So let's go here. We do BC over 30. But wait, look over here. We can isolate BC just by multiplying 30 by both sides. So if we do that, we will get BC is equal to the square root of 2 over 2 multiplied by 30. Now this is really simple. Now we can just do 2. The square root of 2 is equal to 1.141421, etc. Divide that by 2, which we get 0.707106, etc. And we can multiply that by 30. It's equal to 21.213203455963. So that would mean that we can just round it up and we can just do 21 as BC. So 21 is equal to BC. So that's another way we can do it. So we can write the answer right here. So BC is equal to 21. Okay, time for the next problem. Triangle ABC has an angle of x, where pi divided by 5 is equal to x. Okay, let's go here and label x as pi divided by 5. And now side BC, okay, so side BC is equal to 50. So we can go here and we can label this as 50. Now we just need to find AC. So this is the same problem as problem number 1 over here. And we just do the same steps. So AC, we write it down at the bottom because it's a hypotenuse. And in sine ratios, the hypotenuse always goes on the bottom. And then 50 is the opposite, so we have to write 50 over here. And that is equal to, so now we need to find the degree version of pi over 5. So we can always just use the formula. So pi over 5 multiplied by 180 divided by pi, which is equal to degrees, sorry. Okay, now that we know the degrees, we can just cancel these out and we get 180 divided by 5. So all we need to do now is just do 180 divided by 5 or over 5, which is equal to 36. So 36 is x. So we can go here and we can do sine of 36. So what is the sine of 36? Sine of 36 is equal to 0.5877, etc. So we can round that up to 5.59. So we can go right over here, just write 0.59 is equal to 50 divided by AC. So now we just need to simplify this to 50 divided by 0.59 is equal to AC, because we want to find AC, so therefore we need to isolate it. And now, what is 50 divided by 0.59? So 50 divided by 0.59 is equal to 84.75. And that's the rounded version. So 84.75. So we can round that up to 85.